Hello lads, we got another model of the greatest road-going car ever made in my opinion, the Mclaren F1. And this is by a brand that so far hasn't let me down, the MY64. This is a resin model, so it's going to be highly detailed, unlike other models. Many models really. This box is excessively strong in my opinion, but I guess it's you want to make sure it shows up intact. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Oh boy, I really hope this one's perfect, because this is my favorite car. If it's not, I'm probably going to have to buy another one. I bought this off AliExpress, no affiliation. Buy these things wherever you want, for as cheap as you can get them. But for me, AliExpress tends to be that place. Alright, this bag is quite small. Be careful. I have a feeling this cover is just going to be loose, but we'll see. Yeah, it wasn't too loose, but if I pick it up by the top, the thing might fall on the floor. I'm not going to take this off the base. There's nothing probably on the bottom of the thing anyways. Side photo. Make note that the rear tire is much higher in its aspect ratio than the front tire. It's almost like it's actually almost like a Hot Wheels, where the rear tire is so big compared to the front. Okay. Sorry, this camera's on a boom mount, so the springs aren't very strong. The lights look pretty good. Alright, so that's plenty of time for you to pause and compare to the photographs of the real car. So the base itself is acrylic. Some acrylic glue there, 2 screws holding it down. We've got the nice photo etched metal nameplate here, and classic 1992 Mclaren F1. This is magnesium silver, and it's this color. There's around 500 of them. I got number 53. I know there's an orange one. There's several colorways of this, so yeah, buy whatever suits your liking. Let's start with the front wheel here. Alright, so you got the gold knockoff, or maybe it's probably titanium actually on the real thing. And it looks like there's something in the middle. I wonder if that's like the lock pin. Oh, maybe it's a decal. I think that's supposed to be like an F1 decal. I can't even keep this thing steady. I'm at 4 times magnification. Alright. You can see the brake rotor has some cross drilling, and then it's a 3-dimensional Brembo caliper. And it looks like there's Brembo printed on that caliper, so that is very realistic looking. You can see the tire treads. Thankfully they're not like truck tire treads, but I almost feel like even those treads look a little bit big. You can also see the tire though is squished down. There's like there's no suspension gap here, so boy, hold on, I gotta loosen this a little bit and see what happens. No, that didn't make any difference. It's just the way they built this thing. The tires are just jammed way up there as if it just came off a jump. That's fine. I'd rather have it slammed to the ground than have it too gappy and then be forced to take it apart. The silver paint, you can see, is quite nice. It doesn't look like a hot rod. You can also see that orange reflector or marker there behind the tire. It's insert, like a clear plastic insert or resin or something. So that's very realistic looking. The vent there, wow, I wonder if that goes all the way through. Where's my flashlight? Boy, hold on. Now where's that dental pick? I think that's a real vent, or no? I can't tell. Hold on. I can't hold all this stuff. I only have 2 hands. Ooh, how to do this. Yeah. See, I think that's the dental pick we see. No? Oh, no. Maybe it is blanked off. It is blanked off. But there's some black in it down in there. So there's some sort of inserted, either an insert or paint. Let me see if I can figure that out. Yeah, I can't really get some light in there, but there's some sort of black down in there. And it's way back there, so that's really impressive. I'm not even sure how they molded that. Right? It looks like this is not a separate piece. So, that cover there. Alright, well anyways, very, very deep vent. Very cool. I think these are jacking up points, or maybe it's a vent. You see the panel gaps are quite acceptable. They're thinner than a toothpick at least. There's the door actuator. I don't know if that's a separate piece there. Maybe, because it looks very round. Or it might just be a dab of paint. This mirror, you can see there's a black lip on it. And I do see it on the side photograph. And then there's a actual reflective sticker, literally reflecting the fender right now. So that's cool. The rear tire wheel here. Yeah, I think that's an F1 decal in the center knockoff. Alright. Then, yeah, the brake caliper again, rotor look very nice. Very cool. The tires look very nice. It's interesting that most brands don't mold in, like, the actual tire brand. You know, some of them will print them on. But I think for these resins, I wonder if that would be possible. This is quite interesting. This actually happens on the real car. This crease just fades away around here. I thought maybe there was too much paint, you know, getting in here, but no, it actually just fades away if you go back to the side photograph. I do feel like maybe this crease should be closer to the edge, though. It seems too gappy here compared to the side photograph. Alright, the side windows, they're super thin packaging plastic, and there seems to be a black painted photo etch window trim on top of it, and the other blackout is printed on the back surface. So there's a two-piece window with a few steps of painting. So you can see right through this super thin window. Molded windows are very cloudy, and, well, not cloudy, they're just distorted. They're like magnifying glasses, but these you can watch television through. Alright, front here, we got the vents. Let's see if we can get some light in there. Looks like there's some sort of texture in the main vents there, and like a bisecting bar. Below those vents, there's like a chrome strip here, and I do see that on the front photograph. I don't know if it's a vent on the real car or a light, or there's some sort of slot there. This is probably a vent to the brake, painted black, and they did get this vent or whatever that is. Maybe it's like a tow hook axis. Then you got the turn signals here, so they are amber and clear, and that does match the photograph. They look like they're separate resin pieces, or maybe photo etch with colored resin on top of them. Looks like you can see some sort of segmenting. Then the headlights, yeah, you got some sort of thin packaging plastic. I'm just looking at this one. This one looks a little messed up. Like it's not glued down all the way in that corner. To the naked eye, I can't even see that flaw. But under this magnification, you can see it is popping up just a tiny bit. So that's unfortunate. But I don't know if it makes me want to buy another model, because I can't even see it with my own eyes. Anyways, the headlights behind are separate pieces, and they're very domed, and they look like they have light bulbs in the middle of them. Look how much they're domed. So I don't know if that's like a drop of resin on metal or what. This vent here in the middle looks like There could be some black there. I don't know if it's a piece of material or just paint, but it's not just silver. The badge itself looks like a separate piece as well, and I can't focus on it. I can't read McLaren. I can't zoom in any further. So it's a really small badge in the real front photo. I can't really make it out. Okay, the windshield wiper, as you can see, is very complex looking. I think it's a piece of metal, maybe bent perpendicular to the windscreen. It looks like it might have some venting as well. That looks nice. So the windscreen itself, again, it's a piece of plastic, but I think there's a piece of metal on top of it, painted black, because I can feel that lip right there. Alright, some black here for the hinges. Maybe a little too much paint there, but it's acceptable. And then there's some sort of, I think, insert here in this vent, or black paint. It's hard to tell with these sizes. Alright, let's continue around. Well, let's go to this side, make sure there's nothing wrong. Alright, very nice. Minor nitpick. It looks like there's a scrape right here. The casting, something went wrong. Rear wheel. Yeah, maybe at this angle there's a little extra plastic or a dent, but from here I can't even see it. Oh, maybe. Well, yeah, this side has the fuel filler, so that's, I don't know if that's a foil sticker, but it's like black and silver. It's very small, of course. Then we have the 6 slots here coming down over the engine, and they're painted black, I guess. That is a recess I can feel. This vent here. Yeah, some black going on there. And then this is, looks like a photo etch piece, and there's something down under it. So I don't know what's back under that in the real car, but you can clearly see some gunmetal. Interesting. Okay. So very nice, very nice. Continue on. Yeah, the taillights are nice. They're clear. And there's some sort of Fresneling going on inside of them, so I think that's really nice. Okay. And then this rear grille, yeah, it's a photo etched piece, and you can see stuff behind it. The mufflers or something, or catalytic converters perhaps. But yeah, just shifting around. That's a real grille. Gotta make sure your 1/64 scale model doesn't overheat, you know. And then the badge there, it says F1. Can't really read the McLaren though. So whatever printing they use, it's not very, it just didn't end up very nice. Or possibly they did it on purpose to maybe avoid being sued or something. That's a really interesting grill. It might actually be 2 pieces. I feel like there's an egg crate grill on the first layer that we're looking at, and look how it's offset from the taillights. But then behind that egg crate grill, there's like a diagonal crosshatch pattern. So that could be a 2-piece grill. And then between the lights is some sort of venting as well, so that's pretty cool. I also feel those rear taillights might be tubes with inserted plastic in them. Like there's a side width depth to them. Or maybe that's the metal. Maybe it's a round piece of metal with colored resin on it. I don't know. Alright, so these little slots below the taillights, there's some textures in them. Those could be inserted pieces, I'm guessing. And then they got the reflector over there, the red reflector, and the white backup lights. There's another reflector here, so they got those right. Very cool. The taillights are tubes. I'm guessing metal tubes. They're very round and they're deep. And then they're inset this grill here with a very fine pattern. So difficult to review these things. Yeah, you can see that grill pattern is very tight. And then the diffuser, well, it's plastic. The base must be plastic because that plastic has a certain thickness to it. Alright, you can see the tire treads now. They look like modern tire treads. They look very nice. Alright, interior time. Let's get the flashlight here. Maybe I'll put this model down, resituate the camera. that. And hit focus. And get the light in there. Alright, so the central steering. Hold on, this might be too bright. I gotta go back to 1 lumen. Yeah. If I had to guess, it might be a piece of photo etched metal in the center hub of that steering wheel. But the spokes of the steering wheel and the rim itself are quite thin. They look very nice. You can see a gas pedal there on the floor pedals, and they have cross drilling. Those are probably photo etched pieces of metal to have that kind of detail. So very cool. The stick shift itself is not just a hot dog. It's a shaft with the ball on the end. You can make your own jokes up there. But it looks like a shifter, so very cool. And then you can see the controls to the left of the steering wheel, some sort of silver knobs and stuff. So that is very cool. The central seat is gray color, light gray, looks nice. Maybe that's the emergency brake or something, but some more switches and dials in silver. Then we have the one of the side passenger seats. Not much detail there, but it looks like it's actually, let's try the front view here. Oh boy. Too much glare. Maybe if I put my hand over it, it'll hide the LED. But there's a recess under those passenger seats. Some sort of storage or something, maybe? Then you can see there's a seat belt in the central driving seat. Some sort of yeah, I don't know if those are decals or photo etch. I think they're 3-dimensional, at least the buckles. So I think those are photo etch pieces. So that's very cool. And even the passenger seat has a red buckle built into the side. And then this is a dangling black belt head there. But wait a second. That far? I don't think they have buckles, the passenger seat belts. Oh well, that's fine. Oh, there it is. Never mind. Look at that. The buckle's way up there. And it's glued down, so that belt is not a decal. It's a separate piece. It's glued on. So, very impressive. And you can see that belt is going through the slot. So, like a real seat belt. It's going back to the winding mechanism. You can see the 2 mirrors hanging down. Very cool. Yeah. Alright. This dashboard here, you can see, has a very matte finish, like it's Alcantara. And then it's got these 2 black grills, probably photo etched pieces. Yeah, I would have to imagine so to have that kind of detail. Yeah, look at those switches there. There's a lot of switch work there. I wouldn't be surprised if those are metal pieces. No, it's so small. They gotta be a decal. Well, I mean, some of those knobs are tiny, very tiny, very impressive. Notice the floor actually has gray, a different color on the floor. And then, hold on. Let's try to see right through. Yeah, so you can actually see through to the back. I think on the race car, all that's blanked off. But, yeah, on the real car, yeah, you can see who you're passing, or leaving behind in your dust. So, very impressive. The headrest, is there anything like a logo? I don't see any sort of logo on the headrest. Maybe the real car doesn't have one. I would think it would, though. I'm a little curious if we can see those rear view mirrors through the back. Yes, you can. Are they reflective? Yes, I think they are. See? They're not black. I think that you can see the rim is black. But maybe those are reflective stickers in those rear view mirrors. So that's crazy. That's really impressive. Alright. So I think I saw some engine details there. Yeah, there's some sort of blue. The window's really reflective, so I gotta wash them out with this flashlight. bring this camera here and see what happens. I don't know what that blue pipe would be, if that's an induction pipe or just some sort of radiator hose. It's only on that side, I think. Are those ignition wires there on the top? This mobile phone isn't the greatest, but I don't know if there are any cameras, there's video cameras specifically for macro video. You see these three hoses? I think they're literally floating in the air. So I think those are like maybe wires. And then we got a little titanium tube there probably for the exhaust. Some sort of bolts and maybe a photo etched plate on the cam cover. This shiny thing there. Maybe we can see it on this side. Yeah, see, very shiny. And then a circle. Maybe that's like a oil filler cap or something. I don't know, but seems to be a pretty good amount of details in that engine bay, even though most of it's covered up. And this rear glass, yeah, the blackout is, I'm guessing, printed on the back side. But you'll notice I don't think there's a separate photo etch piece on top of it. There's no molding like on the side or the front windows. Oh, look at the vent, yeah. The window on the bottom cuts short, right? So there's literally an air gap there, venting out the engine bay. And that is realistic to that rear photograph I pulled up. So that is nice. That's impressive. It's almost a completely flawless model. I see that little scratch right there, and then the tiny bit of plastic, you know, that headlight cover coming up, which again, I can't see with my naked eye, just under 4 times magnification, making this essentially an 1/18 scale car. Okay, what is this? Please be dust. Dust, awesome. Oh, I'm only going to show 2 nice Mclaren F1s. I'm not going to show all of them today because this is just in a different league. So the LCD model is a die cast, and it's a great model. So if you don't want to spend the money for a resin, this is the best of the die cast in my opinion. This is the XP5, the prototype one. It literally says XP5 there. So they're very cool, and I think you can still buy these models as well. So in various colors. But the LCD I noticed has chromed wheels, which I don't think happened in the real car, on the real thing. Not sure why they chose to do that. And then this disaster. It wasn't good. This is the resin model made by Scale Mini, where it had wheels that look absolutely nothing like the real car's wheels. So these wheels are actually from Mini GT. Mini GT did better wheels than their cheaper models. But now it looks pretty good, although it's missing the antenna that should be there for the price of a resin model. So Scale Mini could have definitely done better. You guys are constantly messing up your models with poor design choices. So that's it. So naturally I'm very happy to have these. I'm now even debating buying another one, but like the orange one, which is kind of neat. I don't know. So these two, LCD and this one, I think you can't go wrong. This one, you're gonna have to go buy a Mini GT model as well and swap out the wheels. But I had to 3D print my own brakes for this. MY64, you have a perfect track record in my opinion. I very often get angry and complain in my reviews because I'm buying this with my own money. So to be happy is a rarity on this channel. I might not sound happy, but I am. I'm smiling. I'm smiling and laughing right now. So this is a good day. I didn't have to use my AK. I will have to see you guys in the next resin model review. Thanks for checking this out. Go get yourself one.